Alright, so hopefully I can do this correctly with including my audio. But sort of going over my thoughts and ideas and opinions of the F1 2018 press release. It's going to be uh, out August 24th, one day earlier than F1 2017. And the main thing is making headlines. And when I think of that, the first thing I think back to is F1 2010, 2011, doing the interview stuff. And I think for this new game, that they're going to sort of integrate it into career mode and sort of where to the addition of maybe resource points or affecting what drives you get for what teams and of that such. And I think that'll be a fairly good addition to that. Not only to the game itself, but possibly a nostalgic factor that you got from the franchise. But anyway, long from that, I don't think that's the biggest news. I think it can't be the whole entire theme of the new game. I think that they have to have something else because if that's the main theme, then we're in for some trouble with this game. I mean, you need to be able to have a little bit more of a bigger theme. And you saw in the press release looking at it, they say career mode is more in depth, so that could mean many options. That could mean more addition to the upgrading system. It can mean to the way you get resource points. It can be a way, the way you sign on to teams, the way you get the drives, and all that such. But what I'm really hoping, and based off the surveys and what I've heard about beta testing such, and the AI has gone to a point in the career mode itself is finally where I think it can. And I think being able to create your own team, owners as a part of the create your own team off from it, or a separate mode entirely, would be a great asset. Where you could sign sponsors, and create your own or manage and almost like a Marussia, Lotus, and A in 2010. Try to build your way up from that and be able to get the money needed to upgrade your stuff and be able to do it either from a fun mode and a create your own team where you get to drive and still do some of the fun and still do some of the ownership part of it, or just mode where you're not necessarily the driver, but you pretty much run the whole team. Those would be two great options to have. But the other two more things was classic. Definitely do not. I mean, some I enjoy, like the 2010 Red Bull. The Ferrari is pretty good. I think Ty Marduk said we need mid to late 2000s cars. I mean, some cars, are they bad? No. Are they the most enjoyable? No, as well. Uh, or yes, as well. They're not the most enjoyable. But, he said it best when those mid 2000s cars, you could almost do 5 to 2012, and you'd almost be like G sports car racing. It'd be, if you can get a full grid of that, you can do almost like that, whether it be in league racing, I think it'd be a great asset. And finally, moving on to all, they need to build servers corrected not only for league racing but for esports, and that along with trying to stay strictly along the esports. There's a huge in between pad racers and wheel racers. They need to be able to close the gap. I mean, being a pad, most people, about a good at least half, if not 60 to 70% of the this game are pad racers. Have still quite a bit or wheel racers, but those wheel racers are going to be better, and they're obviously up in the esports thing, and it's a disadvantage for the people who can't afford it or B, don't have access to it. So it puts them at a disadvantage, and I feel like they need to be able to try to gap a little bit. But sort of going along with the internet, and I think they need to be able to get the servers back on racing, maybe enhance the details. Online mode, it's more league racing, so that's a little bit more better. So owners don't have to coordinate everything away from the game so much. But that's pretty much it. If you feel out anything or you want to think yourself, leave it in the comments below. Like I said, this is that's trying to bring you some F1 coverage here. It'd be league racing or news, that stuff over the next couple weeks and up until the game comes out, and then I'll be doing stuff with that. So leave a comment below if you have any comment, anything you liked about the video. Give it to the channel, subscribe, And thank you very much, and see you later.